Hello everybody, it's Michael here from GetFitOver40.com, and I know probably quite a few of you have been following me along my road to recovery journey, going as far back as January when I went into the hospital with heart issues. Didn't really know what they were. I was just short of breath. I thought maybe it was lungs, and it just got to the point where I just couldn't. I just knew I needed to do something. Definitely waited too long. But anyways, I did go in, and it was kind of just in time. I had major heart issues that I wasn't aware of. Even maybe in the back of my mind, I might have was suspicious of it. But so I had an enlarged heart. It was about twice the size. And then I had the bicuspid valve, which was aneurysms to twice the size above the valve. The valve was bicuspid, which means it's got two flaps instead of three, and it was just not working well at all. They tend to not last as long as a normal valve would, and over time they just get less and less efficient to the point where they just leak blood back into the heart. So the heart's pumping it out, and these valves they're supposed to stop it from backing up, but the valve just can't do that. And so the valve was causing my heart to work much harder. It enlarged to twice the size. I had this bad valve, and I had this aneurysm above the valve in the aortic root, just above the aortic root, which was 6 centimeters instead of 3 centimeters, which is normal. 3 centimeters is normal. Mine was 6. So at any point, it could have ruptured, could have split, anything could have happened. And if it was a big enough rupture, which something that size could have happened at any point, I would have literally just stopped existing right then and there. There would have been nothing that anybody could have done unless I just happened to be on an operating table at the time that it happened. So pretty unlikely, right? All right, so I've been going through recording, sort of like blogging, diarying, doing sort of a video diary of the events that I've been, going through on my road to recovery. So you can watch some of those videos. Today, or yesterday actually, was the big test. It was the sort of, what is my life going to be like in the future test. I went into St. Paul's Hospital to visit the cardiologist there, one of the cardiologists that have been, working with me. There's so many of them there, that just like a team that helps out. So I went to see one of my cardiologists there, and but before that, I had what's called a echocardiogram. And so the echocardiogram is like an ultrasound of the heart, where they take all these pictures and they measure the heart. They measure how much blood roughly is in it, how much is in it when it pumps it out, so they can get what's called an ejection fraction ratio, which is how much blood does the heart hold when it's fully full, and how much blood comes out of the heart. And you should be able to get, if you're healthy, if you're normal, about 60% efficiency. So you'd think, well, that's not very efficient, but apparently that is typical heart function. Now, nobody has 100%. There may be some people that could go up as high as 70 to 80, but these might be just anomalies or super top level athletes that can do that. But typically it's 60%. And before I went in for my operation, the testing came back at 18%. The other thing that they were trying to look at with this echocardiogram was how large is my heart now compared to it being double size. So what we were looking for is a better ejection fraction, and we were looking for a smaller heart, right? And so I got to be honest, I don't think anything about my visit could have gone any better. Essentially, the doctor said, well, your heart, like right away, he said, your heart is normal. He says, you are going to live the prognosis is for a long, healthy life. Your heart is normal. He says, your ejection fraction is 58%. It's 2% off of normal. That's better than I was hoping for. I was like hoping for 50. Somewhere in the 40s to 50. I would have been happy with 40, just knowing that, okay, it's 40% and I feel pretty good at the 40%. I can deal with this, but it's literally normal. And the second thing is, he said, I can't remember if I asked him or if he told me, but I think I asked him, so how's the heart size? And he said it's normal size. It's what it's supposed to be. So it's, in my opinion, a complete miracle, because when your heart is in that rough a shape, you can do things, take drugs, whatnot, rest, recover, do all the right stuff, do a little bit of exercise here and there, and you go for walks and whatnot. And you can maybe, reduce the size of it to some degree. You can hopefully get a decent ejection fraction that you can live with. But to go from what I went from, 18% ejection fraction and a double the size heart, to an absolutely normal heart, Well, the camera kind of conked out because I think I have too high a resolution set, so we'll see if I can get any more here. But in my books, that's a complete miracle. I'm going to wrap this up because this camera, I think, can't handle the 4K too much. I thought I'd shoot in 4K, but yeah, so we're concluding this road to recovery, and we are now in the phase of the road to redemption. So now, you know, we can work towards, you know, doing things a little more aggressively, working out a little bit harder. I can push myself a little harder now, knowing that everything's the way it needs to be. So it's go time, all right? It's go time. And I just want to thank everybody that supported me along the way with their prayers, with their nice, you know, posts and things, and just all the nice love and everything that's come my way. Thank you so much for everything. All right, thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Until next time, take care.